You have probably heard about the whole Genshin versus Wuthering wave that's going on around by now. Unless you aren't on Twitter, YouTube, following Wither Waves in general, or watch Tectone on Twitch. Sorry, Techno, but you can't talk about gacha games without mentioning you. No hard feelings. Regardless, Wuthering Waves will be out in whatever days I slept when my suit itself actually gets to anything. Up to this point, it was all a debate whether or not Wuthering Waves had actually become a success in general. And hell, it has been like that for the last few weeks or months. But fuck those Genshin stands, Wuthering Wave just got over 30 million previous associations. Kuro Games have really learned a lesson in the way of advertising. I don't know how many of you guys know, but Kuro Games actually have a different gacha game called Punishing Grey Raven. From what I could see from gameplay, does Punishing Grey Raven have similarities with Wuthering Waves? But Wuthering Waves' overall gameplay experience is more akin to Genshin Impact. I honestly wouldn't have heard about Punishing Grey Raven if it wasn't because of Wuthering Waves. Probably because it wasn't advertised that much, at least in the Western countries. And they have learned a lesson on that one because they have really been hammering with ads the last month. The coolest one, in my opinion, was the one in New York, Times Squares. I didn't see it myself, but damn, the videos and pictures of it was fantastic. But of course, does the Genshin stand not like the attention Wuthering Waves are getting? But you know what? I believe some Genshin Impact players will switch over to Wuthering Waves as the main game. Why? Because those guys aren't Genshin boys. They are Wuthering Waves men. Many people first gacha game were Genshin Impact, and the fact that the combat is decently complex, other than Hyperbloom go brrr, was a lot of the more professional gamers interested pretty early on. But it can only be challenging to a certain degree. And well, many of those guys are probably wanting to switch to a harder skill-based gameplay, which Wuthering Waves is perfect for. Genshin Impact will lose players, sure, but only for a short while. If Wuthering Waves actually are going to do a better job than Genshin Impact in the way of listening to the players' feedback, then we probably see 1 or 2 weeks per version of not much happening. If we assume that they will have a 6 weeks run per version to actually make good and fun content for the remaining of these weeks. And sure, I would expect that Honkai Star Rail will be losing a few players, but the gameplay is so much different between Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves that they don't have that much in common other than being gacha games. So I don't think Honkai Star Rail really have a problem on that front. At this point, do we not really know how the future game state for Wuthering Waves is gonna be? How long each version is gonna be, the approximate duration between the explorations, character, and story release. Though have I heard some rumors that there is content more or less done until 1.2. But who knows what Kuro Games are cooking. Whatever it is, I will surely be there to eat good.